So Nicholas Pegues reporting a small crowd has begun to assemble here in downtown Memphis. Nicholas Pegues reporting as we begin to wait upon the arrival of Prince William, Prince Harry, and possibly other members of the royal family. Nicholas Pegues reporting. May God save the Queen. Nicholas Pegues, a recipient of Buckingham Palace in my own right. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Prince Harry here in Memphis, Tennessee, and of course, Princess Beatrice, I am your elected American boyfriend, promoted on Facebook. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Here he comes. Woo! Prince William in Memphis. Right behind him, Nicholas Pegues reporting. CNN icon of Memphis. There he is. Nicholas Pegues reporting Princess Beatrice is your elected American boyfriend. Documenting this. It was Prince Harry. Awesome, awesome. Nicholas Pegues reporting. All right. And here we are in Memphis, Tennessee. Nicholas Pegues reporting, documenting Prince William and Prince Harry on Nicholas Pegues. God save the Queen. And Princess Beatrix, I am your elected American boyfriend. Only on Nicholas Pegues, CNN icon of Memphis. Excuse me. So Nicholas Pegues reporting. Nicholas Pegues fans from around the world on conference call with the White House. And as everyone knows, I am a right-wing Republican candidate in Tennessee's 8th congressional district. And of course, Princess Beatrix is your elected American boyfriend speaking. So I'd like to encourage everyone to vote, whether you vote for me or Congressman Stephen Fincher. Just always participate in the electoral process. Thank you, and a corporate appreciation to the White House. And of course, this letter regarding cultural diversity has not been open for 2 months. We're fast approaching 3 months regarding another unopened letter to the President of the United States. So let's listen into the White House. Let's see this reported. Princess Beatrix, this is your elected American boyfriend speaking. I'm so glad that you came here to Memphis. And of course, we're a celebrity couple here in Memphis Tennessee. So many people around the world love it. Now, a lot of people remember, John underneath the table of the president. So I kind of created a Facebook website regarding me and Princess Beatrix, the love story, of course. Some people from around the world love that. So it's pretty cool. Kind of making the Obamas kind of like the Kennedys in the 21st century with me and Princess Beatrix included. Nicholas Beatrix for a CNN icon of Nicholas Pegues, a descendant of Victorian Village College Chapel Historic District. Corporate appreciation to the White House from all of us, especially me as a descendant of Victorian Village. Nicholas Pegues supporting CNN Icon. And also a corporate appreciation to CNN International for featuring me on once again, even though I was kind of, discriminated against regarding, the school board issues and everything. CNN International has always been great, gracious to me, and of course, every member of the White House press team, and of course, for people from around the world. It's always important to rise above prejudice. All of those Nicholas Cadiz fans. CNN, I kind of miss it. And CNN is a great organization as well. Support them. Even though I'm a different journalist now, you're still cool. How about America, people? We need to promote the American economy. Make a free support. So Nicholas Gates reporting young Republican here in Tennessee's 8th congressional district, running Republican candidate would like to encourage everyone to vote in election 2014, whether it's me or for Congressman Fincher. Right now, I'm on conference call with the White House, and of course, Princess Beatrice. This is your elected American boyfriend, promoted on Facebook that everyone loves as a celebrity couple here in this. A corporate appreciation to the global community. So Nicholas Gates reporting, and of course, here is the unopened letter. The President of the United States has just not been opened for 2 months, and we're fastly approaching 3 months regarding cultural literacy. So Nicholas Gates reporting, a descendant of Victorian Village, College Chapel, Historic District. Wonder how many votes Nicholas Gates get. I don't know. With the White House and a lot of media organizations on my side, I probably get pretty large percentage amount of votes. But anyway, I want to encourage everyone to vote, whether it's for me or for Congressman Fincher. I'm not even seeing if I'm voting for myself. I just want everyone to participate. To go to supporting CNN, I kind of message. Isn't this a form of a patent? A letter from the President of the United States. This is Beatrice. This is your elected American boyfriend speaking. And of course, we're trying to make the Obamas like the Kennedy family here in the great state of Tennessee. So many people from around the world love me and Princess Beatrix being the celebrity couple here in Memphis, Tennessee. And of course, I kind of made a White House blog regarding it. And also a corporate appreciation to Tennessee Governor Bill Haslam and, of course, Shelby County Commissioner Heidi Schaefer. They're my two most favorite politicians here in Memphis, Tennessee. They're over with the Republican Party. Of course, they're my two most favorite politicians. And also a corporate appreciation to Carol Chumney. Now, most people don't hear about Carol Chumney, on the national level, only on certain standards, but she is an awesome, awesome Democrat. She always supports me on Facebook. Very special person. And that was to be supporting. CNN icon of Memphis. I support both Democrats and Republicans. I support those who people who are good for me and good to me. That was to be supporting. Nicholas Hughes fan, you know, where is the like the isn't there like a painting of me and Princess Beatrix somewhere in the White House? Nicholas Hughes reporting CNN icon of Memphis. He snuck into Memphis. Didn't even tell the President of the United States. How unique is that? God save the Queen. President Obama is always about diversity. He's an awesome, awesome person that comes to it also. Princess Beatrix, this is your elected American boyfriend speaking. And also regarding the global economy, I think it would be great if we put in, the United Kingdom and of course other European nations. Europe's an important ally to the United States of America. And of course, I just so love Buckingham Palace. We just include them in a lot of things we do regarding the uplift of global economy. If it's really important. Well, that's what I like because I like my cultural heritage being a descendant of Victorian village, College Chapel Historic District. So I like anything having to do with the Queen, the Pope, Princess Beatrix, of course, me being Princess Beatrix, like an American boyfriend, I like it stuff. Nicholas Beatrix important. Question. Nicholas Beatrix. Let me try to get a question. So Nicholas Gates reporting on conference call with the White House, and of course, Princess Beatrix is your elected American boyfriend. As a young Republican, just want to encourage everyone to vote, whether it's for me or Congressman Fincher. So Nicholas Gates reporting, we're trying to make the Obama family like the Kennedys down here in Memphis, Tennessee. So Nicholas Gates reporting on conference call with the White House. CNN icon of Memphis. So Nicholas Pegues reporting, Princess Beatrice, this is your elected American boyfriend speaking. I want to encourage everyone to vote in election 2014 for your favorite candidate. Corporate appreciation to the U.S. Secret Service, to the White House, and of course to everyone who contribute to this great democracy. Absolutely. So Nicholas Pegues reporting, Princess Beatrice, this is your elected American boyfriend speaking on conference call today with the White House. Now we all remember the story of the Kennedy family, and of course we have something on our Facebook page posted called the love story of Princess Beatrice and Mr. Pegues. So right now I'm on conference call with the White House trying to make the of course the White House under the Obama administration kind of like the Kennedy administration, and of course here I am a Republican candidate, a writer Republican candidate in Tennessee's 8th Congressional District, inspiring my generation to public service. And of course, here is a letter from the President of the United States. And of course, I even have an autograph from Caroline Kennedy herself, who helped with the win of the President of the United States, President Barack Obama. So I'm going to show off the autograph of Caroline Kennedy that I have in my possession here in Tennessee's 8th Congressional District. And of course, Caroline came here to Tennessee's 8th Congressional District. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Let's listen in. And of course, one more promotion. Red Rover, send the First Lady right over to La Bonner. Nicholas Pegues reporting. CNN icon of Memphis, Princess Beatrice. This is your elected American boyfriend speaking. God save the Queen. So Nicholas Pegues reporting Princess Beatrice, this is your elected American boyfriend speaking here in Memphis, Tennessee, and of course in Tennessee's 8th Congressional District, a Republican candidate in Tennessee's 8th Congressional District is, of course, and of course on conference call this afternoon with the White House. So Nicholas Pegues reporting, a lot of people from around the world love the love story or the love tale of Princess Beatrix and Mr. Pegues. So that's to inspire this. Of course, we're trying to make the Obama family like the Kennedy family here in the great state of Tennessee. Nicholas Pegues reporting raw. That is my initiative. CNN Icon of Memphis. Let's bring more love back to Tennessee politics.
Thank you very much, and ladies and gentlemen, if you do
So Nicholas Pegues reporting on conference call this afternoon with the White House. Of course, I am a Republican candidate in Tennessee's 8th Congressional District. Nicholas Pegues reporting, also known as the Governor of the United States Congress, and Princess Beatrice. This is your elected American boyfriend speaking, trying to promote bipartisanship here in Tennessee's 8th Congressional District. Let's listen into the White House press conference.
Thank you. Once again, to queue up for questions, you may press star and then 1. And next goes to Eric Anderson. Please help us time. Please go ahead. Thank you.
So Nicholas Pegues once again is on conference call with the White House, as everyone can see. And of course, I am a Republican candidate in Tennessee's 8th Congressional District. And of course, Red Rover, let's send the First Lady right over. And Princess Beatrix, this is your elected American boyfriend speaking.
Hi, thanks so much for doing this. I was just curious if the two executive action type things, the visa and the reduced wait times. If you can do that with current resources, or are these things going to take additional budget funding?
Just to be clear, I want to make sure that on visa, that is an action we took a couple of years ago when those wait times in countries like Brazil and China were unacceptably high. We've achieved significant results in the State Department.
And so I don't know if the president has actually signed any legislation today, but guess what? Since I'm on conference call, I think this is a pretty unique idea. I have the signature of the President of the United States. So it's inspiring all other presidential signatures. Nicholas Pegues reporting, CNN icon of Memphis. I love history. And of course, Princess Beatrice. This is your elected American boyfriend speaking. Let's listen in once again.
As I talked about a few minutes ago, basic blocking and tackling the deployment of technology. It involves partnering with industry and with airports to get this done. So it's like many processes in terms of streamlining to improve efficiency, go through process re-engineering into the deployment of technology. Our next question in queue will come from Mike Spellman with WUTR. Please go ahead.
Hi, thanks for having me on. You mentioned earlier, you said it was the hottest to get in the White House. Were there any exhibits or collections in particular that President Obama is interested in seeing tomorrow at the White House?
Well, as you know, he is an avid White Sox fan from Chicago, so we sure hope there'll be something there from Chicago. But no, he's just looking forward to visiting it and drawing attention to a major tourist attraction for both of the United States as well as as I said, it's going to be very good.
Thank you. Our next question in queue will come from Michelle Breidenbach with the Post Standard. Please go ahead.
Hi, I just wondered how many people you expect will hear the president talk tomorrow. Who was invited? What kind of people were invited, and who?
President Obama, you didn't invite Princess Beatrice, elected American boyfriend, at any rate. A corporate appreciation to the White House from Memphis, Tennessee. And of course, Princess Beatrice, this is your elected American boyfriend speaking. Come on back down here to Memphis, President Barack Obama. Red Rover, send the First Lady right over. Let's listen to this once again.
Yeah, did you mention about two airports, Dallas and Chicago? Is it Dallas, Texas, or Virginia? And also, do you have the breakdown of tourists from China and what to expect in the future?
I'm sorry, it is Dallas, Texas, and then Chicago. Both here are the two airports that have already achieved significant reductions in wait time, down to 15 minutes on average for the 40.
Yes, I have a question. In which ways is this plan is going to affect Memphis, Tennessee? And who is President Barack Obama meeting with at the White House regarding the Red Sox? Hello?
Tomorrow is a meeting with business leaders from the travel and tourism industry, primarily hotel CEOs. So I'm sorry if I wasn't clear enough. So the travel and tourism industry is obviously very supportive of the steps that the president and the administration have taken to make travel easier to the United States. Jeff mentioned the ones that we've done previously, as well as the executive order for tomorrow. And so the business leaders are really coming here in order for the president to describe to him the steps he's taking in the executive action, and also to get their feedback for any additional steps they think we can take to make travel here easier.
After that meeting, yeah.
And then after that meeting is when he's going to up to New York to the baseball hall. Thanks so much.
Awesome, thank you. So Nicholas Pegues reporting, Princess Beatrice, this is your elected American boyfriend. The White House answered my question. How cool is that? I kind of made a presidential blooper. Sorry about that. Let's support Nicholas Pegues, 396 Congress. God save the Queen. Thank you.
Global competition. And we're going to have to sharpen our competitive edge in the global job marketplace. You know, 2 years ago, we created something called Select USA. This is a coordinated effort to attract foreign companies looking to invest and create jobs here in the United States. And today I'm directing my cabinet to expand these efforts.
Starting a new one.
And this October, I'm going to bring business leaders from around the world. And I'm going to connect them to state leaders and local leaders like your mayor. So there's no better place to
Nicholas Pegues reporting. Prince Harry here in Memphis, Tennessee, and of course, Princess Beatrice. I am your elected American boyfriend. Promoted on Facebook. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Here he comes. Woo, Prince William in Memphis. Right behind him, Nicholas Pegues reporting. CNN icon of Memphis. There he is. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Princess Beatrice is your elected American boyfriend. Documenting this. It was Prince Harry. Awesome, awesome. Nicholas Pegues reporting.
All right.
And here we are in Memphis, Tennessee. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Documenting Prince William and Prince Harry on Nicholas Pegues. God save the Queen. And Princess Beatrice, I am your elected American boyfriend. Only on Nicholas Pegues. CNN icon of Memphis.
Later, there will be an
Nicholas
opportunity
Pegues
for
reporting.
questions.
CNN,
I
our
know
reporter on
President
Memphis.
wants to ask a question.
Conference
And if
call
you
with
should
First Lady
require
Michelle Obama
assistance at any
regarding
time
the
during
Olympics.
this call, please press star, then 0. As a reminder, this conference is being recorded. I'd now like to turn the conference over to your host, Ms. Hannah August. Please go ahead.
Great, thank you so much, and thank you to everybody for joining the call today. All of you should already have the schedule for Mrs. Obama's trip that we put out this morning. Joining us on the call today, we have, of course, First Lady Michelle Obama. We also have Ben Rhodes, who is the Deputy National Security Advisor for Strategic Communications. We also have Sam Taft, who is the Senior Advisor for Healthy Food Initiatives. We also have two members of our wonderful delegation, Dominique Dawes and Grant Hill. And we have Kevin Dowdell from the USDA, who's also going to talk. So I will turn it over to the First Lady. Thanks so much, Hannah. And I want to thank everybody for taking time to be on this call. We're very excited about the trip. We're excited about the call. We're excited about all that we're doing. But I just wanted to take a moment before we got started because I just want to say how heartbroken that Barack and I are about the tragic shootings that took place in Aurora, Colorado on Friday. And, you know, I would be remiss to mention the incident. Barack and I, we've seen people, and so has people around this country, we've seen people across this country come together as one American family to mourn the victims of this devastating event and to support their friends and families and loved ones. And I know that we'll continue that support in the difficult time ahead. So I know that we are all, even as we enter the Olympics, this wonderful occasion, I know that we are all holding the people of Aurora in our hearts and our prayers. So again, I just wanted to take a moment to say that. But I'm also here today to discuss the upcoming Olympic Games. And I am just thrilled to have everyone on the call. We've got Ben and Sam, but I'm so happy that Dominique and Grant are on the line. They have just been tremendous supporters of fitness and health and exercise. They both serve on the President's Council for fitness, sports, and nutrition, and they've just been active and engaged and involved on so many different levels. And we also have Kevin Dowdell, who's doing terrific things in tennis, but more importantly, we went to college together. And this is how life happens, that all of a sudden we wind up on this phone call together. So, Kevin, it's great to have you on board. You guys are doing terrific things. The commitments you've made have been amazing, and he's going to talk about that a little later in the call. I am beyond proud to be leading the U.S. delegation for the opening ceremony of this year's Olympic Games. And during my visit, in addition to cheering for Team USA, I'm going to have the chance to meet with our Olympic athletes and the folks who work in our embassy in London as well. I'll also be hosting a Let's Move event with American and British students, including American
military kids, and that is going to be a ball. Leading our nation's delegation and traveling to London is truly a dream come true. If anybody had asked me when I was 10 or 11 or 20 or actually 40 whether I would be doing this, I would have said not. Some of my fondest memories when I was young and not so young involved watching the Olympics on TV and cheering on Team USA. And as part of this trip and my Let's Move initiative to solve the problem of childhood obesity, I decided that I wanted to turn that Olympic spirit and inspiration into action by using these games as a way to get more kids up and moving. And that's why I challenged the U.S. Olympic Committee and 10 of its governing bodies to commit to helping 1 million kids get active in their communities this year. And we thought that the goal of 1 million kids was an ambitious target. But our partners not only met that goal, they added another 700,000 more to that commitment. So that means that 1.7 million young people are going to be participating in Olympic and Paralympic sports in their communities this year as a result of these commitments. So this involves sports like soccer, tennis, swimming, and gymnastics. They are expanding their beginner programming and planning exciting events and clinics to engage kids for the very first time in many of these sports. In addition, in conjunction with the start of the 2012 London Games, we've declared July the 28th, Let's Move Olympic Fun Day. And this is going to be really cool. On that day, kids and families across the country are going to come together to cheer on Team USA and participate in all kinds of athletic activities in their communities through meetup.com. So as our Olympic athletes begin to compete in London, they will truly be inspiring a generation of young people to get active and to strive for excellence. And they're going to be reminding us all that being an Olympian isn't just about winning a gold or setting a new record. It's really about pushing yourself. It's about believing in yourself and refusing to give up no matter what obstacles you might face. So I am very excited about this trip for so many reasons, but I'm excited that it will serve as a powerful opportunity to send another message to the kids in this country and other countries about the importance of staying fit, learning to compete, staying healthy, and this isn't just about sports, it's about being active. So we are very excited, and I wish all of the members of Team USA the best of luck in these games, and I truly look forward to cheering them on in London this week. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Ben, who's going to talk a bit about more exciting stuff, and I look forward to being a part of the Olympic tradition. And, I want to thank everybody again for joining the call. Take care, and Ben, take it away.
Great. Well, thanks everybody for joining the call, and of course, thanks to Mrs. Obama for her leadership and for leading this delegation to a very important event. Obviously, the Olympics are always a very exciting and resonant event for the American people. However, I believe that these Olympics will be even more meaningful to the United States because they're taking place in London. The United Kingdom, of course, is one of our closest allies in the world, and the ties that we have between our countries are deep and enduring. And so having, again, the Olympics hosted by a country that is as close to the United States as any other in the world only heightens the significance of the Olympics. As you all know, the U.S. and the U.K. work together on just about every issue of interest to our two countries when it comes to national security and the global economy. The U.S. and the U.K. are serving together in Afghanistan as we complete a transition to the Afghans and wind down the war there. The U.S. and the U.K. Stood side by side in Libya during our recent intervention, where we were able to protect the Libyan people and help bring about the end of the Gaddafi regime. And we cooperate really on every major issue that you can think of, from counterterrorism to the global economy to international peace and security. So this, in addition to being an important visit to the Olympics, is another opportunity to reaffirm the special relationship between the U.S. and the United Kingdom. I'd note that this is in line with a number of visits that we've had to the United Kingdom and opportunities we've had to host British leaders here in the United States. The Obamas have traveled twice to the UK, first in 2009 for the very important G20 meeting that was hosted in London, in which President Obama came together with world leaders to help rescue the global economy. And Mrs. Obama, of course, was able to do some very exciting and meaningful outreach to the British people. It includes, of course, the state visit that President Obama and Mrs. Obama made to the UK in 2011, when again they were able to both have a series of meetings with the leaders of the UK. They were able to be hosted by Her Majesty the Queen, and we're also able to do some important outreach to the people of the United Kingdom. And earlier this year, we reciprocated that state visit by having a very successful visit to the United States by Prime Minister and Mrs. Cameron. That included an event in which the First Lady and Mrs. Cameron were able to have Olympic athletes and Paralympic athletes engage in some activities for some of the local children here in the Washington, D.C. area. I just say a couple of words about how the First Lady's event build on the special relationship between our two countries. First of all, Sam will follow me and discuss the Let's Move event, but the First Lady will be able to visit with our staff at the embassy. This is one of our most important embassies in the world, and every time we are able to thank our civilian and other embassy personnel for their service, it's a very meaningful opportunity. The First Lady will also be attending the reception that the Queen is hosting for heads of delegation, which will give her an opportunity, of course, to pay her respects to the Queen, and also to meet with the range of other heads of delegation, which includes a variety of heads of state and other important personalities from around the world who will be converging on London for the Olympic Games. She'll be meeting with Samantha Cameron, and she'll also be meeting with some of the military families, U.S. military families that are serving in the United Kingdom, and keeping with her focus on military families as a top priority through the Joining Forces Initiative. I'd just say one other point about both her meeting with Mrs. Cameron and her visit with the military families. In large part because of the initiative that she, the First Lady, and Mrs. Cameron have taken together, the U.S. and the U.K. have worked together to lift up the issue of how are we caring for our troops, our veterans, and our military families. And out of some of our earlier meetings, we established last year a U.S.-UK task force on our armed forces personnel, veterans, and military families. The purpose of this task force, which has met a number of occasions since then, is to share best practices, in some instances to have personnel travel to each country and discuss how we can improve our care for wounded warriors, how we can improve the way in which our military personnel transition into civilian life and seek greater opportunities in civilian life. It also includes a focus on how are we caring for those who suffer from mental health injuries, given that this has been a signature wound for both U.S. and U.K. personnel in the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. And of course, it builds on the work that the First Lady's done in the Joining Forces Initiative to, again, engage in a discussion about best practices for how our communities can support military families. So we'll once again have an opportunity to spotlight our joint efforts in terms of how we're standing by our troops who serve together in Iraq and Afghanistan, how we're caring for our veterans, and how both the United States and the United Kingdom are providing support for our military families. So the bottom line is I think it's important to underscore that while this visit is about the Olympics, it's also about advancing the close ties between the U.S. and the United Kingdom, ties that are about the close cooperation between our governments, but also about the deep bonds between our people. And the President and Mrs. Obama have done a lot of work since they took office, again, to reach out to our closest allies, to reaffirm the bonds that our alliances depend upon, but also to reach out to public. And Mrs. Obama, again, has been able to do that on her travel to the United Kingdom in the past. And so therefore her events, I think, will build on a record of reaching out to cooperate with the government of the United Kingdom, but also to speak directly to the people of the United Kingdom as well. With that, I'll turn it over to Sam, who can say a few words about the Let's Move event in particular. Thank you, Ben, and thanks everybody for being on the call. The First Lady has really seen the Olympics as obviously an amazing moment for the nation and for the world, but also an incredible opportunity to rally around the health and well-being of our kids and utilize all the excitement around the games to inspire our kids to move more. So we have been hard at work in that for many, many months. The First Lady, we started a lot of this work, hosting a mini Olympics with, a while back in the spring to get our kids starting to get excited. She spoke at the Wounded Warrior Games, their opening ceremony, and has announced a really exciting national initiative to have fun days through meetup.com, which will get communities active all over the country. So right now we have already almost 200 cities and towns and communities who have signed up to do events to really give kids opportunities to play and be active in the theme of the Olympics, and we're encouraging many, many more to join. And the partnership commitments from the USOC and the governing bodies are really groundbreaking efforts to expand programming in communities all over the country, particularly for those kids who don't have access to sport and play opportunities, and give them very positive experiences about being active, which can have a transformative impact on kids for the rest of their lives. So we're very grateful that we're going to touch 1.7 million children in this next year alone, and continue that work from there. So all of this is leading up to what will be an amazing few days in London, highlighting our young people. So Let's Move in particular will have two great opportunities on Friday, the 27th. First Lady will be going to the U.S. Olympic Training Facility, University of East London, to meet with many of our athletes and have a chance to honor them and thank them for their service to the nation. And then we will be going to the ambassador's residence later that morning to have what will be an incredible Let's Move London event, where we'll have about 1,000 kids, American and British kids, and incredible lineup of athletes, of entertainers, including, even SpongeBob will be there. And it's going to be an amazing day of fun that actually gets kids out moving, running around and playing in a very diverse set of stations with a lot of excitement, which will hopefully send a lot of these young people on their way to living active, healthier lives. So we're very grateful to all of the partners. It's too long of a list to even begin, but I think everybody has it. Their efforts to make this day possible, especially Nickelodeon and others who are really putting on a lot of effort here, and it's going to be an amazing day. So we're really excited to get there and run around with the kids. So with that, I will give it back to Hannah and look forward to taking your questions.
Good. And we have two members of the First Lady's delegation on the line. As everybody knows, the First Lady will be joined in London by Brandy Chastain, Dominique Dawes, Gabriel Diaz de Leon, Grant Hill, and Summer Sanders. And we have Dominique and Grant on the line now. So I'd like to turn it over first to Dominique.
Well, thank you, Hannah. I'm very excited to be a member of the First Lady's Olympic delegation, as well as being the co-chair of the President's Council on Fitness and Nutrition. I know as a veteran athlete, I just know how important it is for Americans to support fellow Olympians that are competing in the sport. And so to be there at the opening ceremony with the First Lady's delegation, as well as helping out in a number of Let's Move events, will be an honor for me. I've been focusing on health, fitness, and wellness since I retired 12 years ago, and kids are a targeted group that I am very passionate about. So to have an opportunity to work with these young kids and teach them the importance of physical activity and nutrition, I truly think will leave a lasting and a positive impact. So again, I'm thrilled to be a part of this delegation, and I do believe that during these Olympic years, it's also a great time for young kids to watch these different sports that aren't so popular, like gymnastics or basketball or track and field, but to maybe look at table tennis, diving, or even trampoline, because those may be sports that they have an interest in, a passion for, and a talent in, and that might be the next fitness activity that they may shine in, hopefully in the future. Thanks again.
Thank you so much, and Grant, I'll turn it over to you next.
Thank you, Hannah. Just like Dominique, I'm very thrilled, excited, and honored to be a part of this First Lady's delegation to the Olympics in London. I, as well, am on the President's Council for Fitness, Sport, and Nutrition. And, it's just a tremendous honor. When I think of the Olympics, to me, the Olympics embodies everything that the First Lady, with her initiative, the Let's Move campaign, it's really what it's all about. I remember as a child vividly watching the '84 Olympics and being enthralled and motivated and inspired by the commitment and the excellence of those athletes. And like Dominique, having the opportunity to participate in the Olympics, and to now watch as a veteran these great athletes, they will continue to motivate and inspire me. So I am forever grateful and thankful, and I'm looking forward to participating in the Let's Move event and watching and getting to know a lot of these great Olympic athletes firsthand. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much, Grant. And both Mrs. Obama and Sam touched on the 1.7 million commitment from USOC and the different Olympic sports. So we have Kevin Dowdell from the USTA on the line to just give us a little bit of a flavor about what that means and what's happening on the ground. And USTA has been a tremendous partner in this effort, so I'll turn it over to Kevin.
Sure, thank you, Hannah. The USTA is honored to participate in the First Lady's Let's Move campaign, and I have to say I'm personally honored to support the First Lady as a friend and a former classmate. Childhood obesity is a vital issue for all Americans, and the USTA wants to be a big part of that solution. Introducing kids to the lifetime sport of tennis makes a lasting difference in the lives of children, and it supports the goals of the Let's Move campaign as well. We're really excited about how the Olympics can energize us all to be even more active. Tennis has grown dramatically over the last 10 years, and now the USTA is focused on attracting even more youth to our sport. For example, the USDA's Tenant Under initiative, which uses smaller courts and slower bouncing balls, will introduce the game to hundreds of thousands of new kids this year alone. And that's real. It's happening all around the country. Many tennis centers, including the Montgomery Tennis Plex facility we're building in Germantown, Maryland, which opens in September, use innovative new USDA programs like tennis play days and kids tennis clubs to introduce young players to the sport. Tennis, like many sports, is holistic in the sense that it leads to improved academic performance and character development, in addition to enhancing fitness and habits for good health. So schools are an important place for the USDA to spread the word. Many elementary schools in the Germantown area offer physical education just once per week. So tennis play days and kids tennis clubs are especially important. As an example of the pent-up demand for additional activities, we held a pilot program in Germantown's Smart Matsunaga Elementary School in May. We weren't even open, and we held it in their gymnasium, and it sold out in about 48 hours. Further, we anticipate that hundreds of Matsunaga's 1,000 students will enroll in tennis programs after we open them this September. When we had our pilot last spring, many of the parents were afraid that the programs would already be sold out in September. And that demand and energy is why thousands of tennis facilities like ours throughout the U.S. are joining to engage 750,000 youth in USDA programs to support the USOC's larger commitment to introduce 1.7 million kids to Olympic sports in 2012, as you've heard. We know that so many kids will be inspired by this summer's Olympic Games, and we look forward to turning that inspiration into action by getting more kids out on the court.
Great, thank you so much. And with that, the First Lady had to depart, but we will open it up to questions for Ben, Sam, Dominique, Grant, or Kevin.
Certainly, and ladies and gentlemen, if you wish to ask a question, press star, then 1. You'll hear a tone indicating you've been placed in queue. You may remove yourself from queue at any time by pressing the pound key.
Being answered by the
Again,
White
if you
House.
have a question or a comment,
press star,
Nicholas
then
Pegues
1
reporting.
at this time.
CNN Our Report.
Okay, one moment, please. Okay, just a moment, please. And your first question comes from the line of Nicholas Pegues of CNN. Please go ahead.
Hi, my name is Nicholas Pegues, and my question is First Lady Michelle Obama going to meet Queen Elizabeth II?
Okay, well, this is Ben Rhodes. I'm happy to take the question. The First Lady will be meeting with Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth is hosting a reception for all the heads of delegation from around the world, and so the First Lady will be attending in her capacity as head of delegation. I'd also note, again, during the state visit to the United Kingdom that the President and First Lady did in 2011, they were hosted at Buckingham Palace by Queen Elizabeth, and very much appreciated the extraordinary hospitality and the chance to meet with the Queen there. And we're able to reciprocate that by hosting the Queen at a dinner in her honor at the U.S. Ambassador's residence in London shortly after that dinner. So they were able to have that very special time with the Queen, who they have a great deal of regard for. And then recently, President Obama was honored to extend his greetings and congratulations to the Queen on her 60th anniversary of taking the throne through a video message and a message he delivered to the Queen and her subjects. So the First Lady will have a chance to meet with the Queen, and again, that builds on, I think, what has been a very valuable experience for them in terms of being able to interact with her, and again, to reaffirm the fact that she really stands for the endurance of the relationship between the U.S. and the United Kingdom. Again, her 6 decades of rule are a period of time in which the bonds between our nations have only grown stronger, and this Olympics, again, will be an opportunity to reaffirm that.
Great, thanks, Rochelle. We'll take the next
Nicholas
question.
Pegues reporting.
Okay, next
CNN
question
Our
from the
Report.
line of Lila Alphonse, Yahoo.com. Please go ahead.
Nicholas Pegues reporting. Prince Harry here in Memphis, Tennessee, and of course, Princess Beatrice. I am your elected American boyfriend. Promoted on Facebook. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Here he comes. Woo! Prince William in Memphis. Right behind him, Nicholas Pegues reporting. CNN icon of Memphis. There he is. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Princess Beatrice is your elected American boyfriend. Documenting this. It was Prince Harry. Awesome, awesome. Nicholas Pegues reporting.
All right.
And here we are in Memphis, Tennessee. Nicholas Pegues reporting. Documenting Prince William and Prince Harry on Nicholas Pegues. God save the Queen. And Princess Beatrice, I am your elected American boyfriend. Only on Nicholas Pegues. CNN icon of Memphis.
Excuse me.